Coming up on this program, we show you how to get connected. Find out how to choose an internet service provider. Discover the newest form of communication, electronic mail.
Ways down and ready to ride. One by one, billion by billion, and holding up half the sky. Raise your hand if you're ready and willing, if you know it's time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I look a mess. Why am I wearing sweater upon sweater? I hope everybody is doing really well today. We have, oh, I remember now. Okay. Reminder. Okay, so my day has been a little bit crazier than I thought it was going to be. There's a giant baby in our house. Seriously, a giant man baby who went to the dentist today and is needing care. And so today I unfortunately spent a lot of my day caring for a big giant man baby. I just made a soft dinner, which actually was yummy. It looks sort of gross, but it actually was very yummy. And it is my sheet pan meal. And so he's fed, and I've just sent him back to bed. There's Jell-O setting in the fridge. Amazing. I know. I am amazing. And I was at the grocery store today. Tell me why. Tell me why. First of all, I'm going to cut this for my filter. But tell me why I ordered $140 of groceries and then I went to the store and I spent more money. The groceries that will come tomorrow. And then here I am going to get more groceries. But he needed them. Anyways. So while I was at the grocery store, the good news is that I saw something I've never seen before at the grocery store, and I've wanted to try it. It makes me feel like a bit of an influencer because I see influencers trying these all the time, but I also thought they were in the frozen section. Can anybody guess what it is that I may be trying today? The frozen section was a pretty good hint. But to be fair, I did not find this in the frozen section. This was in the buy me now bitch section at Walmart. You know that one when you walk down the aisle, like when you're about to check out? And so I did, Shane, you're right. I totally did forget a few items, but I shouldn't have gone to the store. Anyways, so it is, in fact, I think it's a frozen yogurt brand. I've seen influencers trying this all over the place, but it was not in the frozen section. But it's True Fruit. Have you guys heard of these? So I've seen these in the online, basically. It says this kind is Nature's Raspberries. Nature's Raspberries. So it says that they are picked ripe, frozen fresh, hyper dried to lock in flavor. Hi, Christopher Engelby. And immersed in white and dark chocolate. You guys don't have these? I've seen these. I've seen these. Yeah, the volume's lower, William. I'm trying. I think they're freeze-dried and then covered in chocolate. The date on these is best before June 22nd, 2026. And they are not in the frozen section. They were in the aisle. They were just in the aisle. So I'm going to try them now because I ate most of my dinner. Let's just see. It says store in a cool, dry location. They're made in Utah. Interesting. So, no hiss. If you know, you know. Was this what I was expecting? No. You just saw my face. Very confusing. Okay. They're really big, Chris. You can have one, but I think there's only maybe 5 in here. I think I was suckered. I think I've been suckered into paying much more for per raspberry than I've ever paid in my life. First of all, large. How is this it's a raspberry. It's huge. And thank you, Chris. Yes, you can have one. It looks like a misshapen raisinette or glossette or you know what I'm talking about? Okay? It's very weird shapen. We're going to count before we eat because I want to know the reality here. It says that there's 60 grams. And so, okay. Okay. So we have one extra large one. One sort of medium-sized one. So like 5 regular size ones, one very large one, and then a small one, and then like 3 little teensy bits of chocolate is what it seems like to me. So it is 60 grams ish, I would say. I'm pretty good. That's like 2 ounces. So, So here's the thing. I was at the dollar store today. I could have bought freeze-dried strawberries at the dollar store for 100 grams of freeze-dried strawberries. It was $2 Canadian. So this is marked up, but there's a lot of chocolate on it. Okay. I'm going to try and bite this one through the middle and see if we can get a mid shot. Because, first of all, if I end up liking these, I got to figure out a way to write them off. So maybe I'll have to become a true Fru ambassador or something. I'm not sure. A mukbanger. A true Fru mukbanger. Because if I do like them, and look at the little thing on the back makes it look like a heart, and it makes it look like there's 2 types of chocolate on there. So let's see if we can create that. I'm gonna guess no. We did! Oh my god. First of all, it's delicious. Damn it. That's not good. That's terrible. Oh no. I am liking these a lot. Secondly, you can see it is exactly like the picture. That never happens. Oh my goodness. It's not influenced by them. It's just they buy them and eat them, Courtney. I watch a lot of grocery shopping hauls for some reason. I think that actually influences me to buy more groceries. But, anyways. Okay, I'm going to eat one more of these. Not the giant one. I'll save that one for later when I'm sad. And then, we are going to watch some court. I got us fresh court, you guys. Can you believe that? Oh, well, don't lie about it, Paisley. That one's not fresh. Get the fresh one. Get the fucking fresh one. Frozen, freeze-dried gummy bears sound good. If I get rich, you guys, I'm gonna get a freeze dryer and a commercial dishwasher. Ooh. 90-second dishwashing cycles get me going. Let me tell you that. You want
All
to get me
right.
going?
Would you all, the Spanish speakers, would you please raise your right hand?
Los hispanohablantes, por favor, levanten su mano derecha.
Everyone that speaks Spanish, please raise your right hand.
Todos los que hablen español, por favor, levanten su mano derecha.
Does that other young lady not speak Spanish?
Speak Spanish? What's your last name? Ortega?
Okay, all right. Do
Speak-
you swear?
She speaks English, Your Honor.
Okay, so everybody speaks Spanish, keep your hand up.
Todos los que hablen español, mantengan su mano levantada, por favor.
Do you swear or affirm that any information you tell the court today will be the truth? If so, say I do.
¿Jura usted y afirma que cualquier información que usted le dé a la corte en el día de hoy va a ser la verdad? Si así lo jura, diga lo juro.
All right,
None
thank
of
you. You
them
can
say
put your hands
anything.
down.
Gracias, pueden bajar su mano.
All right, Mr. Dominguez.
Señor Domínguez,
Sir, you were charged with driving without a license and no insurance.
señora, usted se le acusa de manejar sin licencia de conducir y de no tener seguro en su vehículo.
You will not have to pay a bond to be released from custody.
Usted no va a tener que pagar una fianza para salir de la cárcel.
You will be released without having to pay any money.
A usted lo van a poner en libertad sin tener que pagar ningún dinero.
You will receive notice in the mail when to come back to court.
Usted va a recibir una notificación por correo informándole cuándo regresar al tribunal.
Courtney, these are
Are you currently
kosher.
employed anywhere?
I know, I know it doesn't really matter, but they're kosher, Courtney. Also, for some reason, I have like a subset of my YouTube algorithm that is about like Jewish women. These ultra Orthodox Jewish women. I love it. I just love it. Damn. These are delicious. That's a dangerous, dangerous thing. Also, how does it have 19% of my iron in it? It's hard to find iron. That's impressive. Do you think they add that extra? Huh.
Where?
Actualmente, ¿está usted trabajando en algún lugar?
Sí.
Yes.
All right, and approximately how much money do you earn each month?
Y aproximadamente, ¿cuánto gana usted por mes?
Son $3,000.
Es $3,000.
All right, based on that information, I've appointed a lawyer to assist you.
Basada en esa información, yo le he asignado un abogado para que le ayude.
All right, do you have any questions?
¿Tiene usted alguna pregunta?
Justamente ayer nos comentaron los chavos que tenemos que pagar lo de las multas y pagué 2,600.
Just yesterday, the guys told us that we have to pay the fine, and I paid $2,600.
Then you'll be released sometime today.
A usted lo van a poner en libertad en algún momento en el día de hoy.
All right, thank you. Take care.
Gracias y cuídese.
Mr. Fidel,
Señor Fidel,
Sí.
you were charged
Yes.
with driving without a license. That bond is $1,000.
a usted se le imputa el cargo de manejar sin licencia de conducir y
Blue Strat, dude, it is technically a holiday because this was today, and I think it's Martin Luther King Day in America. 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 Also, let's do a little test here. ¿Cómo se dice? ¿Cómo se dice? Why do I remember that? But I don't remember any other Spanish. I made this coffee. Oh, God. Oh, I made it like 6 hours ago. Let's see. Does she reign supreme? Will she still be warm? Hi, Lizette. Yes, baby. Yes. Cellular pants. I'm trying to read what your comment says here. What does Judge's shirt say? I see T. I think probably sweet, but sweet doesn't. That's not how you spell sweet. There's no T-E-E in sweet. It's E-E-T. It might be steep, and it might be like tea. I know the other day that it is in the States, guys. I'm aware. I'm trying not to mention it. And the little Y or whatever that is above, what is that called? Above her name a name. Miss Donna from cold Orlando. I hope you're still staying safe and warm, my friend. And Cellulite Yoga Pants, yes, you can spell things however you want on the internet. We spell sweet S-T-E-E-W around here. Oh my goodness. Apparently the cold weather is moving up the coast, so y'all gotta be careful and be warm. Okay, back to the Spanish lesson.
Esa fianza es de $1,000.
No, yo no manejo nomás, yo quería prender el carro, lo agarré.
No, I don't drive. I just wanted to start the car.
Mr. Fidel, I'm here only to let you know what you've been charged with and what your bonds are. And wait till I finish everything I have to say before you add anything to the conversation.
Señor Fidel, yo solamente estoy acá para informarle de lo que se le acusa y de cuánto serían sus fianzas. Solamente espere que yo termine antes de que usted pueda añadir cualquier cosa a esta conversación.
¿Sí?
You'll have a date at another time to let the court know what your defenses are, but it's not today.
Usted va a tener otra fecha y otro momento para informarle a la corte cuáles son sus defensas, pero eso no va a ser en el día de hoy.
No. Okay.
All right, you are also charged with driving under the influence of alcohol. That bond is $3,000.
También se le imputa el cargo de manejar bajo los efectos del alcohol y esa fianza es de $3,000.
DUI less safe is $1,000.
De manejar bajo los efectos del alcohol menos seguro, $1,000.
An open container is $500.
Y de tener un envase alcohólico abierto es de $500.
Your total bond is $5,500.
La cantidad total de su fianza es de $5,500.
Your next court.
You guys, I have to recommend these. It's hashtag not a sponsor yet, but they're so good. The only problem is I believe that I just paid $4 for 7 raspberries. So I do feel foolish. I feel foolish, but I also like them. And freeze-dried raspberries are expensive anywhere you go. Even Utah, apparently. Also, apparently my sister might be going to Utah for a trip. How random is that?
Court date is on February the 11th if you do not bond out of custody.
Si usted no paga su fianza y sale, su próxima audiencia en la corte va a ser el día 11 de febrero.
Oh, I'm so glad, Blue Strat Dude. That Ski Queen caramel cheese is amazing. Super delicious. Perfect for breakfast. If anybody hasn't tried it, most of you haven't tried it, believe you me, it is yummy. I love that stuff. Actually, I gotta buy more of that. You can't buy that here. A can of freeze-dried fruit to ship to Canada would be like $65, $75. Seriously. I've looked into it, I promise. It is, did you get the blue package, Blue Strat, or the red one? The blue package is the goat's cheese only. The red one is the cow and goat. It is so good, you guys. If you're like, what? That sounds gross. It's not. Also something I found via another influencer, and then I saw at work, and I was like, I want to try it. It's so good. So good.
If you do bond out, you receive notice in the mail when to come back to court.
Y si usted paga su fianza y sale, usted va a recibir un citatorio por correo informándole cuándo regresar al tribunal.
You can make your bond by going through a bonding company. They take about 15%.
Usted podría pagar su fianza utilizando una compañía de fianza y ellos le cobran alrededor del 15%.
Someone can post cash directly to the sheriff's office to secure your release.
O alguien puede pagar dinero en efectivo directamente a la comisaría para asegurarse que lo pongan en libertad.
No, no.
You can also use real property. Please be quiet until I finish. This is the second time I'm asking you that.
O también puede utilizar bienes raíces. Por favor, cállese hasta que yo termine. Y esta es la segunda vez que le tengo que decir eso.
Those are the 3 ways in which you can make bond.
Y esas son las 3 maneras en las que podría pagar su fianza.
Are you currently employed anywhere?
¿Actualmente está usted trabajando en algún lugar?
Sí, apenas entré, gano más 500 a la semana, más trabajo 3 días. Sí.
Yes, and I just made $500 and I work 3 days a week.
Approximately how much do you earn for the whole month?
Aproximadamente, ¿cuánto gana usted al mes?
Como 1,000 baht al mes.
About 1,000 per month.
Based on that information,
But he just said that he got $500 a week. Yeah, blue strap, dude. The red one is cow and goat. The blue one is just goat. Honestly, very good either way. It is so good. One of my favorites. I'll hope to have more cheese to please all of us coming soon. This guy, she is pissed at him. She's like, bro, you need to shut up and listen.
I've appointed a lawyer to represent you.
Basado en esta información, yo le he asignado un abogado para que lo represente.
Now, if you have any questions, is the time that you can ask them.
Ahora, si usted tiene alguna pregunta, este es el momento para hacerla.
Pues que ahorita yo quiero pagar cada 2 meses para mi fianza. Mira, mencionó cuándo vengo a pagarlo aquí.
Repita, señor.
Y lo junto el dinero cada 2 meses, vengo a pagarlo aquí y ya me presento.
I can get the money and come here to pay every 2 months. I can show up.
That's not how it works.
De esa no es la manera como esto funciona.
Someone will have to go to a bonding company and they take about 15% of the total amount of your bond.
Alguien tendría que ir a una compañía de fianza comercial y ellos les cobran hasta el 15% de la cantidad total de la fianza.
So in your case, someone would have to come up with about $600 to $700 through a bonding company.
O sea que en su caso, alguien tendría que tener de 600 a $700 para utilizar una compañía de fianza comercial.
All right. Do you have any other questions?
Sí,
¿Tiene usted alguna otra pregunta?
sí, tengo un amigo, pero no tengo su número ahorita. Es que lo sí.
I have a friend, but I don't have his number right now. It's in my phone.
All right. That's not a question. Do you have a question?
Esa no es una pregunta. ¿Tiene usted alguna pregunta?
No, pues también si me saco el dinero y ya lo pago los 700, ya después lo que sobre además ya después
I just can get the 700, pay the 700, and then the rest I can pay it later.
All right. Thank you. Take care.
Okay. Gracias. Cuídese.
All right. Miss Ortega. All right, Ms.
Señorita
Ortega,
Ortega,
you were charged with false statements. That bond is $3,000.
señorita Ortega, a usted se le imputa el cargo de dar declaraciones falsas y su fianza es de $3,000.
Your next court date is on February the 12th. If you do not bond out,
Si usted no paga su fianza y sale, su próxima audiencia en el tribunal va a ser el día 12 de febrero.
if you do make your bond, you'll receive notice in the mail when they come back to court.
Y si usted paga su fianza y sale, usted va a recibir un citatorio por correo informándole cuándo regresar al tribunal.
You can make your bond by going through a bonding company. They take about 15%.
Usted podría pagar su fianza utilizando una compañía de fianza comercial y ellos le cobran hasta un 15%.
You can post the cash directly to the sheriff's office. That money will be returned to you at the end of the case, minus administrative fees.
Usted podría pagar la fianza en efectivo directamente a la comisaría y ellos le reembolsarían ese dinero al final de su caso, menos una tarifa administrativa.
Or you can use real property.
Normally we play it when they're not speaking Spanish, CYP. You guys, this one's a real heart. Oh my god. I'm a sucker. I'm an absolute fucking sucker. I love this. I love this. Look at it. Looks like so much like a heart. Ah, that's exactly what the package looks like. It's incredible. I'll tell you that.
Property, and that property would have to have 3 times the amount of equity.
Usted podría utilizar bienes raíces y esa propiedad tendría que tener un capital neto que sea por lo menos 3 veces la cantidad total de su fianza.
I've appointed a lawyer to represent you.
Yo le he asignado un abogado para que la represente.
Do you have any questions?
¿Tiene usted alguna pregunta?
All right, thank you.
Gracias.
All right, thank you, Ms. Bermudez. Have a good day.
You are very welcome, Your Honor. You as well.
All right, would everyone else on the calendar please raise your right hand? All right, do you swear or affirm that any information that you tell the court today will be the truth? If so, say I do, and you can lower your hands. All right, thank you.
Sorry, you guys. Welcome to the Matrix. Yes, that's right, Bill. I took the blue pill. Let's see what these people did. We will play our game. It's time to guess the crime. I used to have animations for that. I forgot.
This is your first appearance in magistrate court. The only thing that happens in first appearance is I let you know what you've been charged with, and I also let you know what your bond amount. If you have a bond, you can make your bond by going through a bonding company. Bonding company takes about 15% of the total amount of your bond. So if your bond is $1,000, the bonding company is going to take anywhere between $150 to $200. You can also make your bond by using cash. Someone would bring that money directly to the sheriff's office. That money would be held there until the end of your case. At the end of your case, they would return that money minus some administrative fees. So if your bond is $1,000, someone on your behalf would bring $1,000 to the sheriff's office and it would stay there to the end. Finally, you can use real property. If someone you know has real property and they're willing to put it up for your release, they can. The property has to have 3 times the amount of equity in it. If your bond is $1,000, for example, that property would need $3,000 worth of equity in order for that person to use it. You also have rights. You have a right to remain silent. You have the right to have an attorney assist you. You have the right to cross-examine witnesses. You have the right to make the state prove their case against you beyond a reasonable doubt. If you are unable to make your bond for whatever reason, the next time that you will be in court before a judge, if you're charged with a misdemeanor, will be February the 11th. If you're charged with a felony, it'll be February the 12th. Those are the next 2 court dates that you will see a judge if you are unable to make your bond for whatever reason. Some of you will have what we refer to as a special condition bond, meaning that as a condition of being granted bond, the court will say, do not have contact with this person or do not return to this location. Because if you have contact with that person or you go back to the location that the court says don't go back to as a condition of being granted bond, your bond could be revoked. You could be charged with a felony count of aggravated stalking. Felony charges are not entitled to a bond, which means you could remain in custody throughout the duration of your case. So for instance, I say don't have contact with this person and you don't care, you just go right back home to the person I said don't go back to. Something happens, the police calls, they show up. Definitely the person that has a no contact bond is going to be arrested, no matter the circumstances. Even if that person told you to come back home, you'll have to get that bond modified if that person wants you to come back, or else you stand a chance of being rearrested. Now, with all that being said, we will get started with the female inmates first. All right, Mrs. Diambo.
Mrs. Diambo. Look at the judge's face. She don't look happy. Now, that could just be me and the way that I paused it, or it could tell us a little bit about why you are here. Time to get your guesses in. Wahoo has kicked it off, shoplifting and resisting. What do you think she did to get here in front of the magistrate on this day? Bye, Chuck. Hi and bye. DV, assaulting Yoda. I have no clue. She was caught in a hospital stealing a baby. Oh, I hope not. That would be terrible. Oh my god. Ugh. Let's hope that she was at why what the fuck has happened to me? Did these fucking strawberries or raspberries make me weak? It's prostitution. She's out there hoeing. Be realistic, Paisley. Come on.
All right, ma'am, you were charged with entering an automobile. Your bond amount is,
Your Honor, I'm sorry, that's gonna be a male.
oh, okay. All right. What's your name, young lady?
Amani Edwards.
All right. Ms. Edwards, you have been charged with battery, family violence. That bond is, what's your relationship with Kennedy Newton, by the way?
Who?
Who is Kennedy Newton to you?
My friend.
Okay. You've been charged with battery, family violence. That bond is $2,000. And you were also charged with cruelty to children in the first degree. That bond is $500. You cannot have any contact with Kennedy Newton as a condition of being granted bond. Do you understand that? Do you understand your bond condition, Ms. Edwards?
Yes.
Your next court date is going to be on February the 11th if you do not make your bond. If you make bond, you'll get notice in the mail when it come back to court. I've appointed a lawyer to represent you. Are you still in school or are you graduated?
I'm working on getting my GED.
Okay. All right. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right. Thank you. Take care.
Kevin, top six. Next female.
All right, Ms.
Congratulations
Jenkins.
to our winners.
All right, Ms. Jenkins, you were charged.
Congratulations to our winners. Hold the phone, Judge. Don't go so quick. Sometimes if you blink, you miss it in this court. Let's go ahead and guess what this woman did to get her ass in front of the judge. Is it another DV? Is it drugs? Trespassing? What do you think? Put it in the chat. I'll wait for a minute while it goes up here. You know, perhaps my pasta is so delicious that it's making everything taste good. I'm theorizing that. Driving with no license or insurance, cooked an upside down cake right side up. How dare she? How dare you? How dare you? Allegretta. She was charged with popping the cashier in the eye with a boobie while trying to dig money out of her non-existent bra. I love how hyper-specific these are. All right, let's find out. Let's find out.
Charged with simple battery. Your bond is $2,000. You can't have any contact with Aaliyah Edwards as a condition of the bond. Do you understand that? Your next court date is on February the 11th. If you make bond, you'll get notice in the mail when to come back to court, and I've approved you for a court-appointed attorney. Do you have any questions? Yes, ma'am.
Zipping someone's jacket, that's simple, man.
Yeah, it would have been better.
What the fuck did she just say? We gotta go back and listen to this. What did she just say?
Appointed attorney. Do you have any questions? Yes, ma'am.
Zipping someone's jacket, that's simple, man.
Yeah, it would have been better.
Unzipping someone's jacket. Wow. Unzipping someone's jacket. First of all, don't admit to your crime. Stop it. This is why you need to remain silent. This is a question you ask your lawyer. But intriguing for us to talk about, unzipping somebody's jacket. Is that a crime? Is it a crime where you should be arrested and incarcerated? Is that what actually happened? What the judge probably needs to do here is read the report. You know?
If you had caused a mark on them, but that's a simple battery is an unconsented to or unwanted touch. It doesn't require injury. Basically, if I just pushed somebody or I just touched them and they didn't want me to touch them, that's simple battery. All right, any other questions? All right, thank you. Good luck. All right, Ms. Mayberry?
All right. What did she do? The lady was muted for the last one. And her question didn't come through and the judge said, "All right." And did you see her face? Did you see her face? Oh my god. Look at her face. Look at her face. I feel terrible for her. It's like her microphone didn't work. But that's just the way it is. You think she was, yeah, maybe, I think operating a hair salon without a license. I think. That's what I think. Stolen vehicle over it says. OVI says wahoo. Theft says Vicky. Also, the judge is wearing a t-shirt. It is fucking no doubt about it. But do remember the time when one of our favorite judges came in and he was wearing his robes backwards on his first day. Bless his little heart. Bless his little heart.
All right, thank you. Good luck. All right, Ms. Mayberry? All right, Ms. Mayberry, you were charged with, wait on the computer, here we go. Battery, family violence, your bond is $3,000. You can't have any contact with Lawrence Mayberry as a condition of bond. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I just have a
And-
quick question.
Hold on 1 second. You'll have an opportunity for your questions. I'm gonna finish giving you the information first. Your next court date is on February the 11th. If you don't make your bond, if you make bond, you'll get notice in the mail when you come back to court, and I've appointed a lawyer to represent you. Now, what questions do you have?
He's my husband and we have minor kids. How is that gonna work without?
You would just use the third party to initiate whatever you need to talk to him about until the bond is modified. If Mr. Bayberry wants to have contact, if he's watching his YouTube this morning, his live stream, all he has to do is call the solicitor's office, says, I want to have contact with my wife. They'll change the bond condition in no time. We do it all the time. All right, but until then, just use the third party to communicate what you have to communicate about the kids.
And we live in the same household.
So you can't be with each other. So I don't know either he'll leave or you'll leave, but you can't have contact with him. Because if somebody calls the police and you're with him, They'll arrest you, not him.
Okay, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Take care. All right, Ms. Monteith.
Miss Monteague, you're up. Sometimes I think this judge sets people up a little bit for a bit of a fucking disaster, because the other magistrate sometimes will explain to them, like, no, you don't live there anymore, you gotta be done, etc., etc., etc. God, I'm addicted. I have an addiction to these chocolate fucking raspberries now. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. They're so good. I won't forget.
All right, are you Ms. Monteith?
Yes.
All right, you've been charged with battery. That bond is $3,000. Cruelty to children is $1,000. Your total bond is $4,000. You cannot have any contact with Joshua Brooks as a condition of being granted bond. Do you understand that condition? Your next court date is on February the 11th. If you do not make your bond, if you make bond, you'll get notice in the mail when to come back to court. I've appointed a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions?
No.
All right, thank you. Ms. Parker? All right, Ms. Parker.
Miss Parker. What was Miss Parker charged with? Also. Do you think it would be inappropriate if my entire food storage emergency plan was these? Walk with me here on this. I'm pretty sure that they will never be left in the cupboard. I think that they're good for at least 2 years. So that tells me that they're good shelf stable food. And yeah, I'm just justifying how I can buy a lot of these. They're good for 2 years. This package is good for 2 years, supposedly. And, I mean, that's as far out as I'm planning. You know, I have other stuff, but if I'm going to invest in something, because here's the thing about food storage, they always say you should actually buy food that you're going to eat. Oh, who am I kidding? I would eat them all, and then there would come a real emergency, and I'd just be left out in the dark like everybody else, but I'd be fat because I ate all of these ahead of time.
You've been charged with criminal trespass, family violence. That bond is $1,000. You can't have any contact with Dwight Billingsley. Do you understand that? Your next court date is on February the 11th. If you don't make your bond, that's the date. If you make bond, you'll get notice in the mail when to come back to court. I've appointed a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions?
No.
All right, thank you. Take care. Ms. Wallace? All right, Ms. Wallace, you were charged with criminal trespass, family violence. Your bond is $100. You cannot have any contact with David D. Nick. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, your next court date is on February 11th. If you don't bond out, you get notice in the mail when to come back to court. If you're still here, February 11th is the date. I've appointed a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am, that's $100, she said?
$100. I've read the allegation, so I would have given you a signature bond, except the law doesn't allow them on family violence cases, so that's why I made it so low.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, you're welcome. Take care.
Yeah, that's all the females, John.
All right, ready for the meals. All right. What's your name, sir? Are you Mr. Burks?
What did he do? Get your guesses in. I like freeze-dried apricots. Ooh. Like I said, at the dollar store around here, they have strawberries and bananas, apples, and peaches freeze-dried. And they are like... And there's a difference between dried and freeze-dried. They just put a lot of chocolate on this one. That's why it's so big. I really like the you don't know what you're going to get every time. I love these snacks.
All right, Mr. Burks, you were charged with public indecency. Your bond is $2,000. Your next court date is on February the 11th.
Did she say public indecency? Hold on, what did she say? You gotta listen, Paisley. You can't just be eating chocolates and being all happy. Even though, wow, I wish I had 2 of these, because if I'm gonna take another bath, I want that. In the bath with me, yes.
That's all the female genre.
All right, ready for the meals. All right. What's your name, sir? Are you Mr. Burks? All right, Mr. Burks, you were charged with public indecency. Your bond is $2,000. Your next court date is on February the 11th. I've appointed a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions? All right, thank you. Take care, sir.
Huh? Yeah, come up here. We got signed. Yeah, no,
Hey, Katie9. What do you guys think this guy did? Justice fans, we're dragging this one out. Also, oh my god, you guys. We haven't talked about... Well, we'll talk about it at the end, I guess. But my sourdough experiment has been experimenting, let's just say. Things are moving along. Things are moving along. We may have indeed managed to create a sourdough starter from the scratch, I might add. But I also thought that I fucked it up, so I started another one. And so now I may have 2 at different stages on the go. So anyways, I like your guesses on what he did. Let's hear what the judge says. AutoZone. I love that. You know, we have a place here called Princess Auto. Do you guys have that? I like to think of it like that because it's all like, you know, auto guys going to pick up their stuff at Princess store. I just love that.
All right, what's your name, sir?
Chase.
All right, Mr. Chase. All right, Mr. Chase, you were charged with driving under the influence of alcohol. That bond is $5,000. You had a second count of DUI per se. That bond is $1,000. No proof of insurance is $1,000. Driving on suspended or revoked registration is $500, and failure to maintain lane is $100. So your total bond is $7,600. Your next court date is on February the 11th. I have appointed a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions?
So my bond company will be about $700.
Let me see. Your total is no, it's probably gonna be more like $850 to $900 through a bonding company.
Okay.
All right. Good luck to you, sir. Take care. All right, Mr. Diembo.
Mr. Diembo. Get your guesses in, and yes, you do have to feed sourdough. You have to feed it, but also you have to, like, I'm starting it. I'm starting it from wild yeast, I guess. I placed it outside mid-January, mind you, and almost forgot that it was outside, so it almost froze, but it didn't, which I know is not conducive to growing sourdough, which is again why I thought maybe I'll just, skip the outside part, keep it inside. But that one is the one that today had grown so much that it got itself fixed. So I put 2 tablespoons of the starter into the jar, and then I fed it water and then flour equal parts, stirring it up in it, and then discarded the rest. Apparently the first week's discard isn't even good for discard. Like, you really want to get it, cycle it through. So we are on day 3 now, and today it was fed like a real one for the first time. Pretty excited. And it's in one part of the kitchen. The other one is in the other part of the kitchen, and I thought I was giving up on it, but I just noticed that it's above its line too. Oh, hallelujah. Okay, and happy birthdays to everybody's kids and people, and my dad's birthday is coming up on the 23rd. Oh my gosh, a 42-year-old son? That's insane. She says, turning 37. Paisley, I'm gonna be 37.
Is that you? All right, you were charged with entering an automobile. Your bond is $3,000. Your next court date is on February the 12th. If you don't make your bond, I've appointed a lawyer to represent you, sir. Good luck to you. Do you have any questions?
So if I pay the bond today, what amount would that be?
Between $350 to $400 through a bonding company.
I can't hear you.
$350 to $400 through a bonding company.
All right, I'm ready. I'm ready to make bond.
All right, then you'll be able to do that. Take care. Good luck.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. God bless. Follow that movement.
I'm ready. God bless. Follow that movement. I'm ready, Lord. Let me bond out, he said. Oh my God.
All right, Mr. Joseph.
I can say a word?
Are you Mr. Joseph?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you were charged with obstructing a law enforcement officer. Their bond is $1,000. Driving on a suspended or revoked driver's license is $1,500. So your total bond is $2,500. Your next court date will be on February the 11th. If you do not bond out, if you make your bond, you'll get notice in the mail when they come back to court, and I've appointed a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Can I go to the?
All right, thank you. Good luck.
Leaving X-ray. So you got to put a sticker on that. Next person. Do that. Stay your license.
Maybe.
Mr. Mayberry, and I am grumpy. It's partly because of my hair, and partly because I'm grumpy. What did I do? I think that this guy vandalized a school. That's my guess. Vandalism of a school. Arms crossed is never a great look. I'm guilty myself of arms crossed. Crisscross applesauce. I know that's legs. Some good guesses here. I'm sure it's gonna be one of these. All right. And flattery.
Okay, are you Ronald Mayberry?
Yeah, ma'am.
All right. Mr. Mayberry, you were charged with criminal trespass. Your bond is $2,000. As a condition of bond, you cannot go back to the QT located at 8141 on Terra Boulevard in Jonesboro. Do you understand that condition of bond?
Up to the QT.
Yeah, where you were arrested at. You can't go back over there. Do you understand that?
I wasn't arrested at the QT.
You weren't arrested at 8140 Terra Boulevard?
No.
At the QT for peeing on the floor? Oh, no. They said they told you not.
Oh! She did not! For peeing on the floor? Is that what she just said? Is that what she just said? Look at his face. Oh my god. Oh, why is that so funny?
You weren't arrested at 8140 Terra Boulevard
No.
at the QT for peeing on the floor? Oh, no. They said they told you not to come back over there. And then a police officer said he also told you not to come back.
I was never told not to come back.
Okay, well, that's the allegation. You can fight that at trial. But do you understand you cannot go back over there?
Yeah.
All right. I've appointed, actually, I don't know. Are you gonna hire your own attorney? Because it indicates you didn't complete this form, is that correct? Are you intending to hire your own attorney? I didn't hear you. Yes, no, what's your answer?
No, man.
All right, no, all right, take care, good luck.
I was never told to not come to the quick trip though.
You done with him, y'all?
It's not your trial date, sir. I said that at the beginning. This is not a trial. I'm only here to let you know what you've been charged with. On February 11th, you'll get to have that opportunity to challenge it.
He's real hung up on not going to the Quick Trip. Is that a gas station? Is that what that is? He is hung up on that. Hung up.
I gave you the opportunity to answer questions and you didn't.
How much was my bond?
What do you want to know now?
How much was my
I
bond?
said that 3 times.
I'm saying
I
like
said it 3 times.
how much would it be?
About 15%.
So how much would it be? You said 3,000. I'm trying to figure out how much.
I don't know. You have to call the bonding company. I'm not the bonding company. You have to call them. It's a private company.
Walk that way.
Okay. So how much?
Walk
How much
around,
time
walk
I have to
around,
do in
walk
jail?
around that way. Walk that way. Hold that 4 times. Walk that way. Step up, sir.
Mr. Nunn?
How you doing, Your Honor?
I'm good, Mr. Nunn. How you doing?
Oh, I'm hanging in there, your old soldier.
All right. Mr. Nunn, you were charged with battery. Your bond is $3,000. You cannot have any contact with Erica Patterson as a condition of bond. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Your next court date is on February 11th if you don't make your bond. And are you currently working anywhere right now?
Yes, ma'am. I drive trucks part-time and I get Social Security, but I haven't worked in a while.
All right. And approximately how much money do you earn each month? I just need an estimate.
Yes, ma'am. I bring home Social Security $800 a month.
All right. Based on that information, I've approved you for an attorney to represent you. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate it real quick. Is there any way, Your Honor, that I could sign my own bond because I have medical problems and
So I can't do it because Governor Kemp forbid us to do it on family violence charges. I would if it was under any other circumstance, but I can't, unfortunately.
okay, and one more thing, Your Honor, just that I don't know why they say family involvement. It was at a hotel.
Because y'all were living together.
No, we weren't living.
Well, I hear what you're saying, but that's the allegation.
Okay, all right.
Okay, all right. So, but you have a lawyer, so talk to them and see if they can get you out of custody because of your health conditions.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for your time.
All right, you're welcome. Take care. All right, Mr. Saad.
Yes.
That was sad. But they passed a law recently in Georgia where judges no longer have discretion to issue signature bonds when people are accused of family violence. They have mandatory minimum bond amounts, and I think that's somewhat streamlined their processes, but it's also difficult because it takes away a lot of that wiggle room from a judge. Anyways, being polite to the judge gets you pretty far.
Right, you were charged with simple battery family violence. That bond is $2,500. You cannot have any contact with Kendrick's Apkin as a condition of bond. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right, your next court date is on February 11th. If you do not make your bond, if you make your bond, you'll get notice in the mail when to come back to court. Approximately how much money do you earn each month?
3,200.
All right, based on that information, I've approved a lawyer to represent you. Do you have any questions?
No.
All right, you good luck. All right.
All right, what did this one do? What did this one do? He looks sad too. I think he trespassed at the airport. We haven't heard an airport one yet, but damn, do we miss him. You know, there are a few jurisdictions where it is pretty standard for us to hear about people being banned from the airport, and there's a few reasons for that, sadly. But mainly it's because we watch sometimes in jurisdictions where there are major airports. This one being the Atlanta airport, which is like one of the largest in the world, I've heard. Anyways, I love seeing your guys' guesses in the chats. If you are playing along at home, watching this on the replay crew, first of all, thank you. Second of all, can you make sure you're subscribed to the channel? Helps me out a lot. And thirdly, go ahead and leave your guesses in a comment. It lets me know later that you watched. Okay, let's go.
What's your name, sir?
Sorry, Hayato.
All right, so you have the same rights as everyone else that I read earlier. The only difference is you don't have any charges in Clayton County.
Oh, shit! You guys, we have ourselves an extradition. This is the perfect ending. Judge, thank you so much for helping me with the finale of today's show. As a reminder, we will do members only Wednesday now, Wednesday night. But let's guess where he is wanted out of. Get your guesses in. It's one of the United States of America, but it is not, and I'll give you that hint, Georgia, because, well, I don't think it's Georgia. Anyways, let's get our guesses in. I'm gonna guess Michigan. Michigan, Beverly's, Strong with Ohio, Cellulite Yoga Pants with Oklahoma, Florida for Vicky, Oklahoma, Florida, good guess. Get your guesses in because she's going to tell us pretty quick, and then we will be saying goodbye for the evening. He is going to be extradited. The fun part is finding out which state wants him. Which state wants him? You guys, we have an O theme going on tonight, it seems. OHF. It can't be Georgia, wahoo. I really don't think it is. Okay.
You have a outstanding warrant from a different, I think it's Minnesota. I'm gonna pull it up right now. You have outstanding charges.
Minnesota!
Yes, from the state of Minnesota for not coming
see,
to
and
court.
look it. I was thinking, I was so fucking close. I was in Michigan. M.I. North. Ah! My God. Goodness gracious.
That's the allegation. On October the 4th, 2021, they have indicated that they will extradite. So you can waive your extradition or you can contest it. If you decide that you want to contest it, you'll be committed to the Clayton County Jail for an initial period of 30 days. For an opportunity for the governor to get a warrant to have you extradited formally back to Minnesota, or you can waive it, that expedite the process and speeds up you getting back to Minnesota. If you decide that you don't want to voluntarily return and you want to challenge your extradition, you can only challenge 4 things here. Whether the documents are valid, whether you are the person that they're requesting, whether you are a fugitive from justice, and whether whatever crime that you are charged with in Minnesota actually exists. But you, under no circumstances, can contest your innocence or your guilt inside the state of Georgia. So do you already have someone representing you on this matter?
No, I don't.
Okay, do you want to contest your extradition or do you want to waive it?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand, but I wanna go back and turn myself in.
Okay, so under that case, that means that you just signed the waiver forms there, that speeds up the process, saying that you want to go back to there and not sit here. So just sign those papers, they'll get them to me and I'll sign it and then they'll send them over to Minnesota to start the process. Do you have any questions, other ones?
No, ma'am, thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome. Take care. Good luck.
No, the other ones are, so no.
All right, that's everybody, right?
Yes, Your Honor, that's it.
All right, take care, y'all.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge. We will take care. Yes, I will be on, Vicky, tomorrow. Just not members only tomorrow. We'll do members only on Wednesday. We were so close, yet so far away. Minnesota is not a place that we often hear about, but yet it exists, I'm told. I'm told it actually exists. Can you believe that? Tomorrow, my sourdough starter will continue to be fed. It will grow, hopefully. And, yeah, we have had a members only this year. We definitely have. That was live, correct? I'm live. The court was from today, but it wasn't live. But yeah, I'm sure we have had a members only this year. Because I don't know what time yet. I don't know what time, probably 4 o'clock my time. It really depends. I'm going to go help with the baby tomorrow. But he goes to bed at 6 o'clock, so it can't be much later than that. So don't you all worry. Anyways, please do me a favor. Like I said, have we not? Oh, that'd be funny. Anyways, like I said, please do me a favor. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really does help. And I know that YouTube Daddy sometimes puts it and highlights it when I say subscribe. Not sure how to trigger that, though, to be honest with you. What else? Like the video, leave a comment, and, yeah. Oh, tomorrow we have court. So, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Reminder that I love you, and I am proud of you. Bill. I love you, I'm proud of you, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye!
Ways down and ready to ride.